All right, this is KaotiK Crypto, where we defy tyranny. It is August 29th, 2023, and it is the day after, I guess, BitBoy Crypto having to, well, Ben from BitBoy Crypto having stepped down. Still no word from him. I'm pretty curious as to what's going on. No one's saying anything in particular. BitBoy Crypto's channel is not really even talking about it. It's so strange to me. Again, I have to say that's very unprofessional. But on a lighter note, we're actually having some bullish activity here. So Grayscale basically beat the SEC in them being able to create an ETF, or they're able to basically restructure their Bitcoin stock to become an ETF, and they won the battle. I'm sure the SEC will try to fight it back, but screw them. They're wrong. They're so wrong. So don't really care too much about them. But we're going to look at the charts here. We're going to take a look and see what's happening, and wish everyone the best, especially Ben from BitBoy Crypto. I'm thinking a bit more about him and what's going on. It's just really pretty insane. So let's hope everyone works out and maybe gets back to the channel or something. Maybe it's a big joke. It'd be kind of funny. But whoever doesn't know, watch my channel. BitBoy Crypto is something I've been watching since 2017. So seeing that happen was kind of a bit, maybe a little bit distraught. One concerning thing, so we're looking at the total Bitcoin market cap, and we basically went straight up to the 200-week moving average on the total market cap, and we got rejected. So that's not the best look right there, unfortunately. So we're going to take a look at a few other things. We'll look at Bitcoin, see where we're at. We definitely got some bullish activity today, and that's great, but we want to see resolve. So we are basically, we are right. We are right above the 200-week moving average. That is very interesting. If we could close above this thing this week, we'll be looking very good. We want to reclaim about 28K, 27.8, 27.9. We want to get comfortably above this thing. We really do. We don't want to mess around with this too much. Let's see what else is going on. Bitcoin breaks above 26K. Strong bounce. Eminence as metric. We still have to understand that we can still go down. I mean, if we get rejected for this, we're probably going to go down. What will likely happen is we create some kind of a wedge pattern. This would be the most likely kind of a situation or a channel that could last a while. I could see something like this spelling out, and it could go. Let's see, where is this? This is October. I mean, it could go on to October, and then we not come back up to these levels till March, and then start. So we have to understand that this is very much a scenario that could play out. These are very common, very common. I really don't want. I want this to break, so we're gonna leave this on one. I'm just going this is a theory that might happen. So until things chill out, we just don't know what's going to happen yet. We have to reclaim. Give about 28, 29, 30K would be preferable. But we're seeing some moves here. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. We got a lot of volume on the 4-hour. Was it more volume than before? No, but we could get more coming. I just don't know. I'll tell you, it kind of reminds me of what happened back in 2019. I'm going to look at this from this perspective. Daily looks like it's going to cross up, and like that, we are above the 200 daily close. That's nice. If we can stay above that, that'll be very good. But back to what this is kind of reminding me of. Back in 2019, we had some similar activity. It lasted a little bit longer, but I remember we had this big drop down here, and then we consolidated. And China news came out, and we kind of popped. Actually, it might have been right here. China popped up, and then we were all bullish, and then it just fell right back down. So, we're still in a bear market, and until we reclaim some good moving average, like 200 solidly. We're just not out of the woods yet, unfortunately. So, but we are getting some bullish activity on some of these altcoins. HBAR is starting to pucker up. XDC was puckering up pretty good. Algorand. It's made some kind of a move. It's in 4 hours. Nothing great. It has so much further to recover. It's all right though. Gives us time to buy in. Hodl strong. Also, if you're watching, please hit the subscribe, like, leave a comment below. Any suggestions, I will certainly take them. I will definitely appreciate it. Noticed over the last 3 to 6 months, really have not gained any subscribers. I only have a few of you, and I do appreciate it. But to be able to gain some more momentum, it's pretty obvious that we're in a bear market. People are not interested in crypto right now, and that will change in the next 6 months. Things are probably going to start really heating up around October, November, December. Probably lull in January, February, and then next spring it's probably going to be on, and that's going to be the igniting the bull run. So it's going to get exciting. I promise that. Let's see. Wanted to look at see what the Nasdaq is doing. It popped up pretty good on the Nasdaq, didn't we? That's what the weekly. There's some look a little bit more bullish. I'm still a little bit worried about this because it does look like a 2000. It just looks a lot like this, like 08, 07, 08. We come up, we don't reclaim that high, and we fall down. And that would be ugly as hell. But I don't want to see that happen, but it could, right? Take a look at. Let's see. So look at the Dixie. Where's the Dixie? Which is the U.S. dollar. And that is the U.S. dollar measured against a group of different assets. And really, when the Dixie goes up, usually Bitcoin and the stock market goes down. When it goes down, Bitcoin and stock market do better. So we are getting a red candle rejection. So I think it's likely that we come on down, at least come down to 102, 103. So we'll probably get a little reprieve. If not, we start going up again. It's going to get a little bit ugly. So things to look at. Link is kind of starting to recover. I think with most of these altcoins, we've already seen most of the blood that's going to happen. Probably just continue sideways for a bit longer with a lot of them. And again, Bitcoin and Ethereum will run first, and then altcoins will really start running. Generally, there'll be some that are a lot more powerful that will maybe do a little better in the bear market. They're fewer. They're usually newer ones with narrative, like Pepe, for instance. Kind of curious what Pepe is doing. I know this thing was getting real ugly there. It doesn't look too bad. I think it's pretty worthless personally. Can whale investors bring Pepe back to action? I really don't like. I don't like meme coins. I really don't. Though it is interesting that Elon Musk and X, Twitter, they are filing for some kind of crypto license or something like that. So I think Doge is going to be actually utilized. So I think there are some exceptions with some of those meme coins. Crypto.com is just juicy. I think this thing can really whale, I think. Whale. Bringing back some old school terminology in a different way. In a different and better way. Near protocol definitely is solid. I mean, it's a 20x to all-time high, pretty much. I wonder how Ontology is going to do. It has some news. Or no, this is just I really want to see this thing do better. Solana. Solana is still on some kind of trek. I don't know what all these lines were from. I guess I was looking at something. Yeah, I guess I was making some kind of rudimentary. This is all that. Okay. I don't know what this. Oh, yeah, I was doing an inverse head and shoulders. So yeah, it's still like in the broken out inverse head and shoulders line. Let's go. Let's use that. I like those better. Changing the colors around. Check some other things. All right, which kind of cryptos have been doing really well? Bitcoin Cash, not a fan, but it's doing good. DYDX, interesting. XDC, like I said, that's like an XRP XLM. HBAR now is in that category. Matic is doing better. Blockstack's really running. Ton I don't know a whole lot about, but I don't really care about it. I don't care. There's really so many I can keep up with. XTZ, Tezos. It's good to see that thing's still kind of relevant-ish. I mean, you know, a lot of these coins are going to make. I mean, they've survived this long, and had a bit of an epiphany recently that over the last couple of bull cycles, there's been a lot more liquidity because the stock markets and the tech industry has been doing so much better. I think there was a lot more money to put into blockchain, and now because liquidity has been kind of taken out of the system, especially in this last bear market, I doubt there's going to be as many new coins. There's just so many that I think people are kind of tired of bringing new projects in. There'll be some, I think, but I don't think there's going to be as many. I think things are going to start dwindling down. Like, okay, which projects that already exist are here? I have a feeling that that's how it's going to be. It's not going to be like, oh, check this new coin, this new project, this new project. I don't think that's going to be as much of a thing. I could be wrong. I just have a feeling that the coins that are around, the coins that are doing well, they're going to start competing, and every once in a while be a new one that pops up. But it's like we've already have our categories of types of coins, what they do, and the big ones have the first mover advantages. And I really think that everything that's been doing well, like this giant cluster, I think a lot of these that are listed, I think they're going to stick around. I mean, some of them won't, but Bitcoin obviously is going to stick around. I think XDC, XLM, XCC, not so sure. Ecash, I don't know what that is. Algorand's going to stick around. Solana's going to stick around. Solana did 10% up. Not too shabby. I just think a lot of these are going to really stick around. Filecoin, Arweave, Near Protocol, Sand. I think a lot of these are going to stick around. Gala. Yeah, I have a feeling. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. I mean, I just don't see a whole lot of big new coins coming out. I just don't. It's going to be interesting next cycle. Check out the news real quick. That's interesting. Cryptocurrency. The security data shows GameFi played our investors 91% loss since 2022. Yeah, I will say my Meta tokens and my gaming tokens have been getting slaughtered over the last couple of years. But they're also the ones that are the cheapest, and they'll probably have the biggest recoveries, like Engine Coin and Gala Games, stuff like that. It's you look at 100x on some of that stuff, 50x, 25x at least. But they're the higher risk. I mean, some of them won't make it, right? Institutions take 168 million out of Bitcoin. Bitcoin short hodl waves rise. Diligent users. Kind of curious what's going on with the open interest. Grayscale, we were talking about that. CapNext halving. Blah, blah, blah. So Twitter obtains license to store, transfer, and trade Bitcoin and crypto. That's huge. We're seeing the beginning moves of a Bitcoin bull run. My thing is the stock market is overheated a little bit again. Is it going to consolidate or are we going to fall? It's hard to imagine with this administration that things are going to start blowing up with all that. But maybe it'll be okay. I just don't want to hang on to hope. Yeah, so I really like how the open interest is in green again, but I'm wondering what's going to happen today. If it was a big short squeeze today, then actually this will go down even further. But if everyone's going to get hype again, we might kind of start inching back up. So I don't want to get too optimistic with this. All right, let's see where we're at here. Now, are we filling these gaps that I was kind of concerned about before? This is what I've been kind of wondering about. We still have a big gap between 24 and 26 that hasn't really been filled. I want this to be filled a little bit more. I'd really like that. I'd really prefer that. Because otherwise, I feel like we're still going to bounce around this little area. If we lose this support, which is at 26.4, if we lose that again at 26, if we don't have a good close today, this week, I say we probably close, and we're gonna founder in the 24 to 26, possibly 20 to 20K to 24K area over the next rest of the year. This is just judging from that. I want to see these volume gaps be filled more. I'm going to take a look at everything else. Bull and bear. I mean, this is good. So, I mean, everyone's still very bearish, very uninterested. This is showing we're still very much in a bear market. Back here, we're in a bull market. It's all green. We're obviously all red. Everyone's depressed. We're in the depression phase of the market. Let it continue. This is giving us time to accumulate. Bitcoin dominance is starting to, alt seasons, I think, starting to come into play. I don't trust this measurement, though. It seems a little too aggressive in the altcoin side. I'll say an alt's really too much. So volatility is very low. Very low. Back to very low. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Unibot, open exchange token. Don't know a whole lot about all that. What is this? Coin? Yeah. I mean, I like that we're still very bearish. We're obviously still in a bear market. Great time to accumulate. Great time to accumulate right now. So. But I think things are overall looking pretty good. Everything's looking pretty good. It's just going. We got 3 to 6 more months to accumulate overall. Let's take a look. 27.5. We're kind of pulling back down. The hype is starting to dissipate. We don't want to pull down too far. It'd be nice if we got another big pump up, at least up to like 28.5, 26, 27. And if we got rejected right there, I'd be totally fine with that. I could kind of reset positions and stuff. And I think we would still bounce around, possibly in this big wedge that I was drawing. Which I'd really prefer that we don't dance around in it. But if we did dance around in this for the next few months, it would make a lot of sense. And that's just how these things usually go. And it's possible it might be a smaller wedge. Yeah, this would make sense though. Broadening wedges, it could be something like that. A broadening wedge where we kind of just bounce in that and then go. It's kind of the same thing. Doesn't really matter. But it does seem like this bear flag's been invalidated. Yeah, I mean that's one cool thing about this is that especially as long as we close up here, this bear flag's kind of been invalidated, and because of that, I'm actually gonna make it a little bit less pronounced. And yeah, as long as we stay up there, yeah, it should be all right. So interesting. But that's probably enough rambling for me today. I just wanted to recap on the BitBoy stuff. I haven't heard back from what's happening with him. It's going to be interesting how that plays out. So, and I also kind of wonder if it was something on the government administration or maybe lawsuits, something. Really curious how that's going to really go. But, yeah, well, anyway, have a good evening. We'll check back in, and if anything happens, I'll try to post any updates. All right. Peace out.